It's nice to be back at CCL. I have been coming here for a very long time, almost 20 years or so. Reverend Carroll used to call me very often and invite me to speak at the church. And sometimes she will call me just the day before or a couple of days earlier, and I said, what should I speak? And she said, come and read a poem, do a short meditation, and say whatever you want, just your presence. We want your presence in the church. We love having you here. So I really appreciate the efforts of Reverend Katharina for bringing us all together today. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to read the poem and meditation, and can I offer you my presence today? So keeping the traditions, I'm going to read your poem, and you might have heard this some time ago. I call it Homecoming. But before that, I would like you to just take a moment to close your eyes. Pay attention to your breathing. Feel the breath. Notice the sensation of the movement of your breath. Breathing in peacefully and consciously. As you breathe out, let your body relax. Each time you breathe out, let your body relax. While consciously breathing, following the breath to the center of your heart, noticing the gentle rising and falling of your chest. I want you to stay connected to that sensation. The mind is completely, consciously aware of the breath, the sensation of the movement of the breath, the expansion of lungs as you breathe in, and stay connected to your breath and listen to this poem that I wrote after a meditation. I call it Homecoming. It is to drink from the cup of wisdom, and for the greatest feast of love, to know who I am in my heart. I have come home to myself. What a glorious homecoming. It is to face the illusions of my ego and transcend the limits of my emotions, and to dive deep in the well of compassion. I have come home to myself. What a glorious homecoming. It is to bathe in the rays of inner light and to float in the waves of bliss. To know the eternity of a moment. I have come home to myself. What a glorious homecoming. It is to wake up in the arms of the universe and to experience the power divine, to dance with the pulse of my life. I have come home to myself. What a glorious homecoming. So stay connected and conscious of your breathing. And take a nice deep breath, and as you slowly release it, relax your chest. And visualize that each time you breathe out, your chest relaxes deeply, and you have a calm, peaceful connection with yourself. Now breathe in and follow the breath into the center of your chest. Notice the rhythmic rising and falling of your chest. And each time you breathe out, relax your chest. Relax. Pay attention to the abdomen. Notice how the abdominal muscles gently rise and fall each time you breathe in and out. Breathing in, bring in a little extra air, and as you breathe out, relax the abdominal muscles. I want you to simply visualize that when you breathe out, let go of any stress, tension, or pressure from there. So the abdominal muscles relax deeply and you feel lighter. Relax. Pay attention to your face. Notice the facial muscles, the eyelids, eyebrows. Taking a nice deep breath, as you breathe out, visualize that your facial muscles begin to change and they relax. Relax. Relax your face muscles each time you breathe out. Relax. Are you deeply conscious of each breath? Do you feel the sensation of the movement of your breath? Are you in harmony with your breath? Each time you breathe out, I want you to think, my mind is calm. Visualize that your mind slows down when the breath flows in. When you breathe out, feel the body. Notice the whole body. Let the body relax. Breathing in, the mind slows down. Breathing out, the body relaxes. With each breath, allow the body to relax more deeply as you breathe out. Notice the body and feel the body. The body can sense your thoughts. Cells respond to your thoughts. So think the word relax and let the body feel it. Allow the cells to relax and release any stress and tension from the body. When the body relaxes, the mind naturally slows down. So breathing in, the mind slows down. And breathing out, the body relaxes deeply. Relax. Try this for a minute. Try to go deeper. Allow the body to relax more deeply each time you breathe out. Now have the awareness of your breath brought your mind into a calm place. Are you at ease with yourself as you breathe in consciously and mindfully? And breathing in, we're going to remember few natural strengths and spiritual virtues we hold within us that we need to nurture, we need to express, we need to cultivate. First, as you breathe in, you remember, as a human being, one of the gifts of human consciousness, the potential to become a kind person, the potential to be kind is always within you. Whenever you connect with the kindness, feel and express that kindness, it brings you happiness naturally. It is a source of happiness that you carry within you. So breathing in, you remember who you are in your heart and spirit. One simple virtue that can make a difference in your lives and difference in the lives of others who are around you. You need to cultivate. So remember, I'm kind. I accept the kindness in my heart. I'm a kind person. I accept the kindness in my heart. kindness is not necessarily for others. Kindness is a way to slowly drift into the harmonious energy that gives you happiness. Kind people are pleasant and attractive. Kindness can come from your eyes and words and touch. So breathing in, remember, one of the spiritual virtues you need to cultivate to find happiness in your life. When you are kind, when you bring kindness to a conflict, you don't need words. The reconciliation naturally happens. When your kindness is flowing from a genuine place, with that genuine kindness, if you look into the eyes of somebody you have conflict with, there is a resolution that comes from it, because you feel a connection that disregards, that overcome the intensity of negativity of the past. So breathing in to your heart, and remember and recognize genuine kindness, when cultivated, become a solution for many conflicts. Reconciliation is effortless. It becomes a natural process. It gives you the strength to move beyond past, connect with the energy in the present moment that radiate from our hearts and spirits. Come to a place of respect and appreciation, and recognize the flaws and weaknesses, and forgive. So breathe in consciously and mindfully. Notice in this moment again, are you conscious of your breath? Are you feeling the energy of your breath? Do you notice the sensation of the movement of your breath? And we recognize another spiritual virtue, that can free us from our suffering and unhappiness. Our ability to be loving and the potential that we carry within us to be able to love. Breathing into your heart and visualizing warmth within you, I want you to think, I'm a loving person, I appreciate and I accept the potential within me to become a loving person. Breathing in, just keep repeating that with each breath. I accept the potential within me to become a loving person. So breathing in, consciously recognize. Love can heal everything. A loving person is a happy person. when love is present, the past conflict, the pain from the past, the disturbances from the past, all can be healed and move into light. In that moment, the reconciliation, the connection that we experience is pure, harmonious. So breathing in consciously and mindfully, remember power within you. Reconciliation is about coming to the spiritual strengths within you. Relating to difficult situations and people from that place of conscious awareness. I'm a loving person. When you think I'm a loving person, I want you to really remind yourself you're not lying. You're gently remembering who you are. Maybe you haven't known it for a while. Maybe your problems have buried it deep in your pain or unhappiness or confusions. But it's always there, waiting to be awakened and expressed. So breathing in, I'm a loving person. I appreciate, I accept the loving nature within you. Loving nature within you. Now breathing in consciously and mindfully, again, I don't want you to lose the connection with your breath, because that is your life energy that carries the wisdom. So feel connected, tune in more deeply to the breath. Notice the sensation of the movement of your breath. As you breathe in, I want you to recognize another spiritual essence or potential that you carry within you. That is the natural energy of happiness. Happiness is always there. We call it inner happiness. When the mind enters into a state of calmness, you are at peace. And there is contentment and fulfillment. There you find happiness. So breathing in consciously and mindfully, I'm a happy person. I feel inner happiness in this moment. When you do that, I want you to gently smile. And gently smile as though you are connecting with the energy in your heart, and your breath conveys that energy and carries into your mind, and you feel the facial muscles changing, and you're accepting that happiness within you. So breathing in, constantly repeat with each breath, I'm accept the inner happiness, I'm accepting. I'm consciously connecting with the energy of happiness that I have within me. Now, as you breathe in consciously with the gentle smile in your face, I want you to remember again, reconciliation happens not with words always, but with a genuine gesture, a genuine smile, smile from your heart, can block out the flow of negativity from the others, so that that moment is the harmonious moment that you come together. So breathe in peacefully and consciously. Use this resource, use this energy, the potential you carry within you. Don't need to get stuck in verbal arguments constantly. Don't need even apologies. That genuine place within you that you always carry. Let a smile flow. You know you mean, and that respectful connection that you feel, and the appreciation that you feel. We should always refuse to hold negativity that caused pain in the past, carry it into our future unconsciously, blindly hold on to them and allow them to drag our lives in pain. That's not fair. That's not just. That's not a good way to treat yourself. So breathe in consciously and mindfully. Recognize this potential. Again, feel the smile in your heart and appreciate your life, and know the happiness is the absence of negativity. Happiness is the absence of inner conflicts. Happiness is the absence of anger and bitterness. So now you have a good reason to try your best to let go of those things and use the powers that you have within you to make choices and decisions every day. So you take care of yourself and you become stronger. You refuse to hold on to negative thoughts, feelings, or emotions. They are no good. There's no use. You can do without them. So breathing in consciously and mindfully. Now I want you to bring your palms together and put it in the center of your chest. And feel as though this is the way that you feel a respectful, positive connection with yourself. Remind yourself that honoring, respecting, appreciating your life is your main goal in this life. So feel peacefully connected to yourself. And as you feel, take a moment to appreciate the blessings that are part of your life. Know that you are blessed in more than billions of people. You have every reason to be happy and peaceful and live in harmony. Nobody can do it for you. So breathing in consciously and mindfully. Now with a gentle smile, you greet yourself and gently bow, and knowing that you are in harmony with yourself and you are in harmony with everybody in this community today. And you walk away from here feeling that sense of harmony with yourself and sense of harmony with everybody in this community. I'm going to say a chant and bless you all. May you find that sense of resolution. May you find peace and harmony in your life. Bhavatu sabha mangalam rakhantu sabha devata sabha buddhanubhavena sada soti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabha mangalam rakhantu sabha devata sabha dhammanubhavena sada soti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabha mangalam rakhantu sabha devata sabha sanghanubhavena sada soti bhavantu te. Please repeat after me. Sadhu. 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 You can open the eyes when you're ready. Thank you. So, is there a clock or something about time? Again, it's very nice to be here. I hope you can hear me well. Is it okay? Yeah. And when I was a young monk in Sri Lanka, I became a monk when I was 14 years old. You can see now I'm 67. So most of my life I have been a monk, and when I'm 14 years old, teenagers, I was not an easy teenager. And there was some rebelliousness as well. But what is interesting is one of our teachers used to tell us a story often to tell us the importance of self-transformation and raising spiritual awareness to make a difference in the world. How we could change or influence the change in the world by changing ourselves. So he told us the story about a jigsaw puzzle. The young monks couldn't understand that if you change yourself, you can make this world better. So the teacher brought in a puzzle. On one side, there was a map of the world. So you break it into pieces and put it on the table and asked to put the world together. For young people, that's not simple and easy. They're struggling, complaining, they're frustrated. And the teacher says, yes, we understand. And they take the puzzle and turn it around. Turn it the other side. On the other side, there was a human being, a picture of a human being. So the students very easily put it together. Now all the pieces are together nicely. You can see the human being. And then gently turn around, and there is a perfect world on the other side. When a human being becomes perfect, the world becomes perfect. That was a lesson. And we all are concerned about the issues and the problems and the conflicts in the world, especially changes. We all get involved emotionally, negatively, but very often we tend to forget ourselves. The work we need to do to be on the other side of that jigsaw puzzle. And the spiritual journey is about being on the other side of that spiritual that jigsaw puzzle. Putting yourself together, bringing yourself together, nurturing yourself as a human being, you're contributing to a better world. And there are two aspects to it. One, me here and the world out there. And in that, if you all walk in today here with a gentle smile in your mind, on your face, and kindness in your heart, knowing that this is a sacred space, you're coming here to connect in harmony, connect with peace, respect and honor each other's journeys, beliefs, views. And share time together. If all of you came here with a smile and respect for one another, this world will be a world with smiles. If you came here together not expecting other people to be kind, because that doesn't work, because everybody expects the others to become kind. So the problem that we all have is that we have a tendency to expect others to be different. And then we get disappointed and we become worse than them. So if this world is in harmony, if each one of has to be in harmony, when each one of you have kindness in your heart, if you radiate that kindness, each one of you, this will be an harmonious community. It's not about others doing it, it's about you doing it and participating it and making it happen within you. And another aspect of that jigsaw puzzle, when you think about the other side, the world and human being, that is me, it's also relate to the inner world. Although we experience this world physically, ultimately we are constantly engaged in an inner world. Our world is within us. And so, in order to, when that inner world is chaotic, when that inner world is in conflict, when the pieces are don't fitting together, when that inner world, when your inner world is negatively charged, when your inner world is conscious, unconscious, you experience a lot of pain and suffering. So it's about putting pieces together in order to get your inner world in harmony. And the tendency very often is not to question your own intentions, feelings, thoughts, and emotions or views, but to get entangled in the issues, challenges, difficulties, views, and conflict in the outside world. So, it's important then for all of us, if we were to release the negative charge that you carry within you, if you were to resolve the conflict that you hold within you, if you want to remove chaos and find peace that you have within you, you need to return to yourself and find a way to cultivate self-awareness. Self-awareness. More you get to know yourself, in a state of tranquility and peace of your own mind, more you find strength and inner wisdom to live your life in harmony without getting drawn into the conflicts that are existing out there that never ends. It's always there. You know, I have come here in 1984, and I lived most of the time when I was here. I lived in the US. I lived among American people. That's why I feel like home, you know. Sometimes I'm among all of you. I forget that my color of the skin is different because I lived among American people, white, blacks, Asians, everybody. But most of the Sri Lankan monks are attached to their Sri Lankan community or temple, and I never was like that. And so, I have seen the people, like I remember that Ronald Reagan was president, and then, Bush and the son, and like the other second W. Bush, and then Clinton and Obama, and all now Clinton, but now Biden. What I have seen is that in most of the election times, people take sides, it's normal, but there are a lot of people who are scared of change, who are worried that the whole United States will fall apart, who are angry because they didn't get the person that they wanted to be in the White House or in Parliament, in the Congress or wherever. And looking back, I have seen, because I was among people, I have seen almost every election cycle. Looking at those people, and I think that these people have lost a lot of time and they have suffered for nothing. It's interesting how we get negatively charged and allow that negativity to hurt us, and we all cause pain and suffering to ourselves. And so I try to tell people, well, this cycle also will pass, like everything else. But look at yourself. Look at your state of mind. Are you going to waste so much time to torture yourself for not happening what you want to happen, and almost like punishing yourself for it and being miserable and unhappy? Is it a smart thing to do? Is it a wise thing to do? And we need to really return to ourselves. And very often, I like to look at things positively, not in a naive way, but find good and find positive things. And very often, people have a tendency to get stuck in their negativities. It is unbelievable what you see sometimes. And if you hate one leader, regardless of the president, current one, or the past one, it doesn't matter. What you are miserable about is not him or her, because of, Kamala was lost the election. So it's not because of him or her. It is the dark image that you are holding in your mind. And longer you dwell in that darkness and negativity, darker it becomes and heavier that becomes in your mind. To a point, there are many people who are not willing to release their darkness, free them from their negativity, and have a fresh and new positive perspective. At least say, let's wait and see. But a lot of people who are stuck in those dark images in their own mind very often have one mission. What is the mission? After a certain point, they can't heal it because they live to suffer from it. They want to carry it in them. They don't want to let it go. They don't want to release it. They don't want to change their perspective. They are stuck in it. Because of that, there is one mission that they always have in their mind. Infect others with their negativity. Try to convince everybody that what they feel is right. And not only that, in that effort, very often, if you have a positive, different perspective, either you become an enemy, or they walk away from you, or they attack you. This happens very often. Not only in political situations. Look at a marriage, for example. When a marriage starts to fall apart, sometimes wife and husband come to sit down with me and we talk. And the wife carries a complete 100% dark image of the husband, and the husband carries complete 100% dark image of the wife. You can't talk. Their feelings, their thoughts, their intentions are all influenced by the energy of the dark image that they hold within them. After a certain point, they can't move out of that dark image. They're not capable of moving out of that. So it's very important for you to realize and recognize that if you choose political views, it is okay. But look at yourself and to see whether you're suffering or why are you suffering. And take time to look at yourself, as you said, change yourself positively and harmoniously and move beyond the perspective that you're holding just for the sake of yourself. For the sake of yourself. Whether you suffer or not, the world will go on. Whether you suffer or not, they will be who they are. Whether you suffer or not, the world will be what it is. But you don't have to suffer to correct the world or contribute something positive. But unfortunately, when people are deeply stuck in negative emotional views, the attachment to their views, they are not willing or able to change themselves. So I think it is very important for each one of you to think the ways that you can cultivate self-awareness and take time every day to look at yourself, be with yourself, and reflect and to see whether you can do something to change. In Buddhism, we talk about 4 ways to overcome our mental struggles, unnecessary negativities. We call Sangvara, Pahana, Bhavana, and Anurakana. Sangvara means the discipline that you have, and you choose to not to allow, not to repeat. It's almost like resistance. So when I go to some houses, recently I was visiting some friends, and I know their political views, and I know that they are disappointed if I don't believe it or all that. I said very clearly, I want to have a positive environment, and let's not talk about politics, which is Sangbara, which means that we respect our friendships, but we don't need to be in conflict because of the political views. And it is, it is important for you to really try your best to prevent your mind being influenced by the negativity of others when you know that there is no use of it. And if you can't talk, it will be at least better to withdraw a little bit. It's called prevention. And preventing your mind getting polluted by others' views or beliefs, preventing your mind getting polluted from others' negative emotions. And so you can try your best all the time to think that when you listen to a negative story of somebody, how deeply you feel. You get absorbed into that negativity. And the second one, we call it pahana. Release what you're holding. But if you decide to wake up tomorrow morning and say that your political views are completely balanced, whatever has happened in this country is what it is, and I'm not allowing that to disturb me, and my mind is free, I honor my peace, I'm happy with myself, and I want to try my best to share something good with the people who are around me. So you have to decide to move beyond certain thoughts and feelings. You need to make decisions, and you have to make choices. It's very important. Bhavana, and that is to relax and look at it and observe and ask questions about your mental state. Evaluate your beliefs or negativity or your feelings so that you can guide them, you can restructure them, or you can change them consciously. The first one is called anurakkhana. We try to protect whatever goodness that you have to protect it, you have to nurture it, you have to revisit them very often. So I hope that you will find, as I said, sometimes just the smile is what requires for changes to happen, and do not undermine your power that you have and the potential that you hold within you to make a difference in your lives. And when you do that, naturally, others are going to be influenced by your energy, your presence, your thoughts, your words, your actions. And that is how we try to work this world better. And that is the best reconciliation that you can do, that you know it is an effortless way to do it. So I want to wish you success, and I know that there are questions apparently some of you have, and we're going to have some questions, and I would be happy to answer them.